Hey, beautiful. Hey, world changer. It's Regan here with the ŌYL Collective, the Own Your Life Collective. And I'm coming to you from my New York City apartment. It is March of 2019. So I don't know when in history and the time-space continuum that you're watching this video, but at this exact moment, I'm 23 and I'm a six-figure entrepreneur in a business that is remote, residual, totally freedom-based, totally heart-centered, and a part of an amazing, amazing community of millennial badasses who are saying no to the status quo, to mediocrity, and taking their life into their own hands. And that's what the whole Own Your Life ŌYL brand is about. It's really about bringing together visionary people who see a better future for themselves, who see the power of community, of social marketing, and want something greater for their life. They want to be a part of something bigger than them. They want to have an impact that is global. So I am so excited to share with you what that might look like for you. You've probably reached out to me on social media, or we met somewhere along the journey of life, and you want to know more about what it would look like to be on our team and to be part of doTERRA. So I want to talk to you about a few different things. This is a little bit unplanned. I just wanted to share my heart and give you a little bit of an overview of what this might look like for you. Obviously, when you join our team, when you get started, when you take that awesome leap and say yes to something bigger, you're going to have more training resources than you could possibly even go through. We have reverse engineered a seven-figure business opportunity so that all you need to do is plug in and bring the unique spark, that light that only you can bring. But ultimately, the heavy lifting has been done. I actually call this entrepreneurship on steroids, or the shortcut to entrepreneurship, because traditionally when you start a business or you want to start something from the ground up, everything's on you, right? The product development, the testing, the customer service, the e-commerce channels, the shipping, the distribution, the HR, the hiring, the employing, like that is so much work. And a lot of people have this vision of grandeur when it comes to entrepreneurship, and they want to be their own boss. They see the beauty in knowing that you're always going to be working for someone, and they want to make that someone them, right? You want to be working for yourself. They always say there is no job security except for in the job you create yourself. And that is truly why we've seen such an uptake, a surge of coaches, of consultants, of freelancers, of startups, right? Everybody's seeing the value of working for yourself and owning your time. But ultimately, the trap is in that a lot of those cases, your business has such a huge investment at the startup, and it ends up being your baby, so much so that the freedom that you were seeking isn't really there. You actually end up being chained to a different kind of boss, which is your startup. But with doTERRA, the beautiful thing is they have taken care of all of that for us. All we need to do is fall in love with the product and do what we are naturally inclined to do when you find something that you love, right? When you find a new Netflix documentary that you're obsessed with, or a great new coffee shop opens up down the street, what's the first thing you want to do? You want to tell someone you care about. You want to tell your mom about the new yoga leggings that are zero waste and made out of recycled materials because you love them and you're excited about it. It's human nature. And so the reason I call doTERRA integrity marketing is because when you fall in love with something and it truly changes your life, and you feel the shift, you feel the up level, you feel the glow that comes on when you decrease toxic exposure in your home, when you switch to natural alternatives and say no to some of the synthetic options that are out there on the market, when you really get into this positive feedback loop of health and wellness and side benefits, not side effects, when that rocks your world, and I promise you, girlfriend, it will, you cannot help but want to share that with everyone around you. So when you're sharing something that has truly rocked your world from a place of integrity and alignment, it's not even selling. I don't think I'm in sales. I'm in the business of sharing. I'm in the business of solving. And so that's what we're doing with doTERRA. We're sharing something that we truly love, and doTERRA is generously compensating us for it. So what that looks like is I am a small business owner. I have a 1099 from doTERRA every year. doTERRA is compensating me, but what I'm doing is I'm sharing, educating, equipping people with natural solutions. And if you haven't already figured this out, doTERRA is an amazing health and wellness company. It is the fastest growing network marketing company in the country. and in the continental United States and in the world. And it is based on essential oils, the highest quality, natural, pure, quality tested, therapeutic grade essential oils and essential oil infused products. So I have completely filled my home with oils, with natural shampoos, conditioners, toothpastes, and now I'm being compensated for sharing that with others. So that's the bare bones of what we're doing here. We are sharing products that really work. And so some of the reasons why I think this is incredibly powerful, especially for our generation, is that I have a bone to pick with the way that people are talking about millennials and Gen Z, right? They say we're lazy. They say we're entitled. They say, we're not able and willing to work hard. I am calling BS. We're not lazy and entitled. In fact, we are divinely intolerant because we've seen what can be possible and we are not willing to settle for anything less, right? We are the first people to care about transparency. We're going to be the ones that flip over a bottle and to search for the ingredients to see if there are toxins in our products and in the things we're bringing into our homes, right? We care about people. We are the first to look into a company and see if there's a social impact associated with it, right? Like a Tom's model. We want to know that when we buy our shoes, a child in Africa is getting an opportunity to wear shoes for the first time. We want to know that our products are sourced ethically, that the supply chain is 100% transparent and pure and ethical. We care about conscious consumerism. We care about the planet. We're first to see what the products or a company's carbon footprint is. We get excited about recyclable boxes and packaging. We are toting around our reusable straws and our canvas shopping bags, right? That's us. That's who we are. And the beautiful thing for me is that with doTERRA, I have the opportunity to live that out in every area of my life because we are working with an incredibly conscious, sustainable, ethical business as a vehicle for greater impact. So I talk a little bit about co-impact sourcing, which is doTERRA's sourcing model. We source the oils where they are indigenously and natively grown. So a lot of other perfumeries or skincare companies or even other essential oil companies, they will just grow their plants to source the oils from in a greenhouse in Utah. doTERRA saw an opportunity not only for the highest quality oils and the best quality plants by going where they are indigenously growing, right? Like we get our ylang ylang from Madagascar, we get our frankincense from Somalia, we get our geranium from Kenya and our pink pepper from Kenya, we get our magnolia from China. That's where those plants are naturally growing, and that is going to be where those plants have the best and highest quality. And so that also gives doTERRA an opportunity to put impact over income and purpose over profit. When we go in and we source those plants, we have the opportunity to do what traditional companies would do, which is exploit, over-farm, destroy biodiversity, just look for the biggest dollar possible, right? The biggest dollar sign we can find. Or we can do what is called co-impact sourcing, and we can say, yes, doing this way in an ethical way, in a way that empowers communities, yeah, that might be less economically logical because we might not make as much money as we possibly can. What if it's not about money? What if it's about impact, right? And so doTERRA goes in and they create service projects in those communities. They give the farmers yearly wages, which is a total game changer. They empower the communities with schools and clinics and opportunities for economic growth that they wouldn't have ordinarily had. So I talk a lot about co-impact sourcing, and if you want to learn more about that, we can dive in. We can have a full-blown conversation about ethical sourcing, about humanitarian impact and how to do that right. And there is a huge conversation to be had there, right? And that is something that is incredibly important, right? I would recommend that all of you right now Google "The Earth is Hiring." You Are Brilliant and the Earth is Hiring. It is a speech that was given as a commencement speech at the University of Portland. And I read it every month to remind myself who I'm really working for, right? I'm not working for myself, not even working for a company. We're working on behalf of planet Earth and the people on this planet, right? And so that's what I keep in mind when I'm thinking about why we do what we do. So we're working for an incredibly sustainable, ethical company. We're working in an incredible business model. So I mentioned integrity marketing, sharing what we love. The coolest things that I find about the opportunity with doTERRA, with network marketing, is a few things. First of all, I worked in a corporate job and I was miserable. I felt like there was something wrong with me because I didn't feel fulfilled when I walked into work every morning. I didn't feel like I was making an impact in the world. I didn't feel lit up and inspired by what I was doing for 12, 13, 14 hours a day. And when you think about that time that you spend working, it's the majority of your life. The way you spend your days is the way you spend your life. And so I had this moment where I came to this realization that I was spending so much of my life doing something that I really hated. And not to say that corporate America is bad. We need the accountants, we need the lawyers, we need the consultants, we need the doctors, right? Absolutely. But what we don't need are people that were not born for those roles, feeling like there's something wrong with them because they don't fit that mold. I'm here to show the people of our generation that there is another way. There is a new way. And it is a freedom business beyond your wildest dreams, right? I mean, this is a way to live, earn, lead, give, love, share, build, grow in bigger ways than you ever thought possible. And it's not for everybody, but it is for somebody out there listening. And that's why I'm doing this video, because I really just want you to know what is possible for you. I'm willing to go first and to live it out in my own life just to show people what's truly possible, right? So the cool things about doTERRA, you have no limit to your upward trajectory. In a traditional corporate structure, you can work as hard as you possibly can. And in most cases, unless you're freelancing or there's an opportunity to get a bonus, you are pretty much working as hard as you possibly can for the same amount of money. Your salary is what it is. You might get a raise for working really hard, but ultimately your income is not necessarily proportional to how hard you're working. With doTERRA, I am compensated directly proportionally to how hard I'm working. The faster I go, the bigger I build, the more lives I change, the higher my paycheck goes. So you have absolutely no limit on advancements and earnings. Another really cool part about that is that in a traditional corporate structure, you would have to wait for your boss to retire or be promoted or leave the company or die, I don't know, to get that upward rank, right? You are limited in how far you can go. There's only one CEO, right? There's only one space at the top. With doTERRA, there is immense spaces at the top. There are more spaces at the top than we can even fill, because you can go all the way to the top. You can rank advance the person who signed you up. You can go as fast and as furious as you want to go. No one is going to block you. No one is going to limit your potential. It is truly up to you, which is a beautiful thing when you really think about it. I'm not trading all my time for money. It doesn't even feel like work half the time, because my work is just talking to people, sharing, building community, mentoring, leading. And you can really choose your own adventure. You can do this however it feels in alignment with you, whether that's, integrating it into a coaching business that you already have, or selling it retail at a studio space that you work in, or going on social media and building completely online, or teaching in-person classes at your community center. There really is no right way to do doTERRA, which is the coolest thing, because you can totally take this, put your own personal spin on it. You will have hundreds, thousands of people on our team cheering you on and supporting you along the way, giving you tips and strategies and inspiring you. But ultimately, it is your gig. No one's going to tell you what to do, how to do it. You completely get to have autonomy and control over what you're doing, which is so exciting. And it's been fun for me because I've been constantly in creation mode. I've been so creative. I've been so social. And every single morning I wake up before my alarm clock excited about what I get to do, right? I'm not asking, what do I have to do today? I get to ask, what do I get to do today? How much more can I give? So that's a really empowering paradigm shift for me, based on my past with my corporate job, and then the opportunity that I've had with doTERRA to replace and actually triple the income that I was making at my management consulting job here in New York City. So that's really exciting. And ultimately, I get to cast my own vision for my team. I don't have to rely on my boss's vision or my boss's boss's vision. Do they even believe in that vision? I don't know. So we're just really incredible to have that kind of power, that freedom, that time freedom, right? I mean, freedom might look any which way for you, right? It could be financial freedom. It could be time freedom. It could be freedom to retire your spouse and go travel around the world. It could be freedom from student debt. and financial burdens that you've been feeling. It could be freedom to use doTERRA as a vehicle to then go do what it is that truly sets your soul on fire. You might have an NGO to register. You might have a mission trip to go on. You might have a company to start. You might have an investment to make. Whatever it is to you that you wake up every morning and it just speaks to you in such a personal way. For me, my big why is orphan care in China. My sister is adopted from China. She is the light of my life. And I grew up actually in Shanghai, growing up visiting orphanages and seeing just how difficult orphan care is and how expensive it is to adopt. And so my big why, and the reason that I want to build a huge residual income and have the financial freedom to be free to give, is to make a huge impact in that world in the Chinese adoption care system. So that could be something very specific for you that you really care about. Could be the environment, could be about animal rights, could be about garment industry and fast fashion. It could be about food justice and nutrition. Whatever that is for you that is just so exciting, using doTERRA as a vehicle to then pursue those bigger whys and those bigger passions of your heart. Not to mention the passion of sharing health and wellness and amazing, thriving, vibrant health through doTERRA with people, right? I get texts every single day from people saying, thank you, I'm off my meds. Thank you, I'm feeling better than ever. Thank you, I feel like a huge weight has been lifted by removing some of the toxins in my home and making natural essential oil-based cleaners, or using natural skincare, or using natural perfume, right? These things that clog up our body and weigh us down and we're not even aware of it, right? And so my purpose is to help others thrive, help them in their health, help them in their wealth, help them in their impact, in their vision, in their goals. Like, that is truly my mission. And if you want to do something similar, if you want to be on our team, if you want to be empowering others in a similar way, this opportunity is 100% available to you. I recently watched, again, I watch every month, the Steve Jobs commencement speech at Stanford in 2005, I believe it was. And he said that someone told him this quote: "If you live each day as if it were your last, one day you will certainly be right." And so I don't necessarily think it's productive to meditate on death necessarily, but recognizing that every single day of our lives is a gift, and we want to be using it to the utmost, joy, to the utmost service, to the utmost community, to the utmost love, right? We want to be filling our lives with joy, with spaciousness, with abundance, not with obligation and blah. And so he requests of the people listening to the commencement speech to ask yourself every morning, if today was the last day of my life, would I be fully satisfied with how I'm going to spend it? Yes, some days kind of are a bummer. You have to go to the DMV, or, you're waiting in line for most of the day, or you're on hold with customer service. Like, there are things in your day that are not going to be the best day of your life necessarily. But if you answer no to that question too many days in a row, it sounds like it's time for a shift. Sounds like it's time to shake yourselves up a little bit and say yes to something lateral, something new, something edgy, something abundant, something that has been, calling your name, and you've been waiting for that sign. I believe that you watching this video is that sign, right? Nothing that is meant for you will pass you by. So ultimately, I just wanted to get on here to let you know kind of what I do and what you can do too. So first steps are getting started with doTERRA. We believe that you need to be a product of the product. So there's an expectation that you are ordering consistently and using the doTERRA essential oils and products, because, again, back to the integrity marketing, our generation will smell and sense in disauthenticity and disingenuousness, it's not even a word, faster than any generation previous. We can really sense when someone is being raw and authentic and real, or if they're just trying to sell us something. So I find the most effective and most beautiful, magical part about doTERRA is that I truly am living out my life in this healthy paradigm, in this healthy mindset. And so people are attracted to that. People see you thriving and they want to know what you're doing differently. They want to know what's up. They are attracted to that glow, to that amazing sense of thriving, abundance, joy, community, purpose, impact, identity, all of those things that you get through doTERRA. People are going to see that through you. So the first step is getting started. Please reach out to me. I will help you get your kit. I will help you get a whole abundance of resources. As I said, we have reverse engineered this business. So all you need to do is plug in. All you need to do is bring what you can bring. And we'll get you started. We'll get you launched, and it's going to be amazing. Again, you can go as fast and as furious as you want to go. There's no one's going to force you to do any number of things any month. You're not going to be forced to spend any money. You're not going to be forced to sign up 12 people. You're not going to be forced to do anything. But we will push you. We will inspire you. We work with people who are game changers, who are visionaries, who see a better future, who want that financial freedom so that they can be in alignment and to be consciously recirculating and to be using their money to vote for a world that works for everyone. We want to be working with people who see that for themselves, who are self-motivated, and who want to change their life, who want to shake up themselves and then change the lives of others. So again, contact me. We'll get you started. You're going to get your kit in the mail. And then ultimately, that's all it is. You start with doTERRA, you sign up as a wellness advocate, and we show you the ropes. We show you how to effectively share. But there's nothing more complicated than that. I'm not, trying to disillusion you. I'm not trying to paint some sort of unrealistic canvas. It truly is as simple as using the products and sharing it with those you love. And ultimately being compensated if you work, in proportion to how hard you work. If you're really willing to run and work it, being compensated stupidly generously by doTERRA. At this point, for sharing with over 1,500 people now. I mean, these are not all people I directly shared with. The cool thing is as I share with other leaders, they're sharing and their leaders are sharing, and it really compounds the effect of the growth of my business. So now with a team of thousands of people, I am compensated a 6-figure plus income from doTERRA, which is more than doubled my corporate salary with 5-figure months. Like that is more than 3 times as much as I was making in a corporate job. And I've only just started, right? I'm 2.5 years in, and who knows what's, the future is going to hold. And that's absolutely available for you too. I have no special qualification. I have no I am a certified health coach, but that's just because I care a lot about holistic nutrition, and I'm heading to Harvard in the fall. So that would be fall of 2019 to study nutritional medicine. But these are all things that I'm intrinsically interested in. And my doTERRA salary is actually going to pay for my education, which is insane. It's incredible. It's so abundant, and it's so available for you. So I'm rambling at this point because I'm just excited, and I really, really, really hope that you have the courage to reach out to me and try something lateral and ask yourself the question, what if this works? What if this is it? You have nothing to lose. It's just plants. It's going to change your life, whether or not that you become a massive business builder with this, or you just have amazing tools in your home to feel empowered to take your health into your own hands. You really can't lose from saying yes to this opportunity. So I please encourage you to reach out to me. I encourage you to get started and just to see what's possible for you. Do yourself a favor and believe in yourself. Believe that you are capable. Believe that this is possible for you and that this is real, right? This is an absolutely incredible opportunity. As I said, if you're waiting for a sign that this is for you and that you're ready to shake up your cells and do something different, this is it. So I'm so excited to see what you're capable of. I'm so excited to see the magic that we can co-create together, right? I'll be your mentor. I'll be your coach. We'll be in contact on a weekly basis, talking through your strategy and your goals and everything that's lighting you up inside. And I really hope you resonate with this message, with my energy. And I'm just so thrilled for you. And I'm so excited to get started. So absolutely get your kit, get started. Let's just freaking run. Let's just do it, right? Why wait? Sign up right now.